no longer an M-poster. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I never thought my car was an M car. Just having a little bit of fun with you guys. I am going back to some of the OEM parts on this car. I've just sort of preferred like the OEM type look a little more than some of these like M style parts that are on the car. The next thing that I'm gonna be removing, which I know that some of you are probably gonna hate this, gonna be my GTS hood. Now first I want to say that I think this hood looks really good on these cars. There's nothing wrong with rocking one of these hoods on this car. But mine in particular, as you guys have seen in other videos, just doesn't fit the way that I prefer. And I'm a bit OCD when it comes to fitment, and if something is just off a little bit, it kind of just kills the whole vibe for me on the car. And this hood, just I cannot get this thing to fit the way that I want it to fit. Really, like the trouble areas are this side and a little bit on this side, and then in the center it just fits a little too flat. I think the whole like mold of the hood up front is just overall too flat. Like there should be a little more curvature to it to just form to the front end a little bit better. I see this all the time with these hoods. I've also seen really good fitting ones, so I think it just depends on like the mold you get. Like my previous F30 GTS hood actually fit really good. Same with Andres, that F30, his mineral gray one fits really good. This one it just isn't doing it for me, man. And I'm just not willing to put something that looks a little bit cooler on my car when it doesn't fit well. I think it just kills the entire build in my opinion, because it's like all of these beautiful parts, everything looks good, everything fits good, and then it's like, ugh, like what is up with that? But before we get too far into that, you guys, I want to give a huge shout out to Keys Motorsports for sending out these OEM carbon fiber style mirror caps. I'm gonna have all this stuff linked down below, as well as the M style mirror caps if you guys want to go ahead and purchase those. Me personally, I've just been kind of gravitating towards that OEM plus style lately, and the mirror caps were just kind of killing it for me. So if I wasn't gonna do like straight up OEM that was painted Alpine white, I wanted to try out the carbon fiber ones. I like the way that these ones look. I think they look really good. They fit really good. The carbon looks awesome. One thing I will say is, you know, anytime I get carbon fiber parts like this, I try to hit them with the polisher, and then I put a little bit of ceramic coating on them, and it really helps bring out the shine in the product, as well as remove any of like the haziness that you sometimes see. Not all carbon fiber parts will come with that, but I just like to do it. It's like a habit. I just get into the habit of really any carbon fiber parts that I buy, I hit them with a polisher, do a little bit of ceramic coating, and they just look a lot better. Plus they're a little more protected, and they stay hydrophobic when I wash the car. So tell me what you guys think, man. I think it looks a lot better. I know it's just like a subtle thing, but I think it actually looks a lot better. It just fits this car more. Like the M wing ones just look a little out of place for me. But yeah, I really like them. I need to buy a smaller polishing pad for like smaller pieces like this. I just have that one. That's why you saw me using that big old Dumbo polishing pad. But I will buy some smaller ones for like little detailed parts. The other thing that I am gonna do today though, I'm going to polish out and ceramic coat my Turner high kick spoiler, because I actually never got around to doing that, and it came with a lot of like little surface scratches in it, which is just normal from like packaging and shipping. That'll happen. These things can scratch really easily, so I'm gonna hit it with the polisher real quick, top and bottom, and then throw on some ceramic coating, and that is gonna help immensely with the shine and the overall condition of this. It doesn't look too bad on camera, but you can see it like in person. There's just some like surface scratches and stuff that I want to get rid of. Clean it up. Another thing that helps big time with like the mirror caps or any carbon parts, when I took my car over to Parks Detailing, they used S-Tech PPF on these. They actually didn't like ceramic coat or use any of that. They just use S-Tech PPF. That brings out the shine and deepens the look of the carbon. So if you guys have a shop near you or you're in Charlotte, North Carolina, feel free to hit up Parks Detailing. But it really deepens the gloss on these, and it'll hide a lot of abrasions too. That S-Tech PPF is like incredible stuff. So I might even down the road go ahead and do that to these. He also did my pillars, which were like a really big one. 99% of BMWs will have these plastic pillars that are just scratched to hell. All you gotta do is hit them with a quick polish and then lay on S-Tech PPF, and you'll never have to worry about that again. This S-Tech PPF is self-healing, and it just gives it a true deep black. It looks really good. Just those kind of details, you know? Same thing with my roof. My roof is S-Tech PPF as well. That has gotta be some of the best PPF vinyl that you can get. This is the black PPF vinyl, but yeah, makes a big difference. So let's go ahead and polish out that rear spoiler, throw some ceramic on it, and see how it looks. I'm gonna give that a couple minutes and then go ahead and wipe it down, level it off. But I've also noticed that ceramic does a really good job of helping fill in like any little surface scratches that you have. So even if you don't have a polisher or something, just adding a little bit of ceramic can help big time as well. But yeah, that's pretty good. I got a little bit of wax I gotta remove right here yet. I've also noticed that the ethanol that I run oftentimes burns off the ceramic on the rear bumper and like trunk area pretty quick just because it burns so hot. So once every couple of months, I like to go ahead and just re-ceramic the rear end. Helps keep some of that a little more hydrophobic so you're not fighting the water every time you wash it. But yeah, this turned out really good. Nice and glossy. All right, let's go ahead and wipe off this ceramic, level it out. We should be good. Yeah, I think that turned out really nice. Very, very deep shine to it. Looks good. So yeah, back to the hood thing. I guess I'm just not really willing to compromise fitment for an aftermarket part when it comes to something as big as like a body panel, like a hood. It's just like the first thing that my eyes go to. And I know for most people it probably doesn't bother them, but for me it just drives me insane. Anytime I look at photos from the front of this car, all I see is the fitment issue with the hood. So from up here it doesn't look bad at all. But if you guys see like front end shots, and I know on camera it doesn't really come across, but like this corner is really bad. Like that is just not, I don't know, man. I can't let that fly. Like that just does not look good to me. I like the design of the hood, of course. I think it's a really cool piece, but just not willing to compromise the fitment for an aftermarket part like that. Lately, I've also sort of admired stock-ish looking cars that are pretty quick. And now that this car is making some decent horsepower, I kind of just want it to be like a little more under the radar. So other than changing out the mirror caps, that's probably the last thing I'm going to do. I don't know when I'm gonna take it off or what I'm gonna really do with it. I actually at first wanted to try and find like a carbon fiber one, but most of them are out of stock until late July. So for right now, I'll probably just go back to the OEM hood because I know it's painted right. I know it fits really good. And I'll probably just have that hood paint corrected, PPF'd, and ceramic coated, just like I did with everything else at Parks Detailing. And I think that'll be a really good look for this car. Like you don't have to do much to these cars. I really enjoy all the carbon fiber that I've done, like the lower pieces, the side skirt extensions, the rear diffuser, the front lip. It's not too much, but it's pretty subtle. And with like the new wheels looking OEM-ish, I'm just really starting to dig like the OEM look on this car. I don't know what it is. Am I getting old? Is this like an old person thing? I don't know, man. But yeah, I don't know what it is, man. I'm just kind of preferring these like OEM style cars lately, and I just don't think that it's necessary to go too far. They already look so good. So we won't go on much longer about that. But yeah, everything you guys see in this video, all the ceramic, the carbon mirror caps, the high kick spoiler, all that stuff, I'll have it all linked down below. Obviously, I never like really thought my car was like an M car, and I'm not trying to make it an M car. That was just like me being goofy. But another thing I want to talk about, you guys, is the Keys Auto Show. It is happening again, dude. I'm so excited. July 2nd in Atlantic City at Bader Airfield, just like last year, same location. We are going to be taking over Atlantic City, and I'm so excited. Last year I brought the Super out. So many of you guys came out. It was mind-blowing. I did not expect that many people to be there. I did not expect that many fans to come out. It was just an unforgettable day, and I cannot wait for this year's. And also, you guys, if you didn't know, Chris, one of the managers over at Keys Motorsports, passed away this year. And this year, the show is gonna be dedicated to him and his family. He left behind a wife and kids, and honestly, this whole thing was just completely tragic and blindsided all of us. We did not expect it. And so this year, it is going to be dedicated to Chris. So please, you guys, make sure that you come out. It's gonna be for a good cause, and you're gonna get to meet a lot of these other BMW YouTubers, like What's Your Forte is gonna be driving up with me. There's gonna be plenty of people there. It's gonna be so much fun. Like really, you just can't go wrong coming out to this show, and it's one of the biggest shows on the East Coast, BMW shows on the East Coast. There's also other cars welcome that you don't have to just have a BMW. So I'll leave all of the information for that down below as well, and I'm really looking forward to it. to it, and I'm really looking forward to seeing you guys again. There's nothing quite like going to these shows and seeing all the people in person and meeting them, all the people that you see online on Instagram, seeing the cars, just putting a face to some of those names. It's just one of the best feelings in the world. So if you are free on July 2nd, make sure you come out Atlantic City Bader Airfield. We are going to be taking over, and I really hope I see you there. Anyways, guys, I appreciate you so much. I love you. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.